know of the sounds. Oops, I almost stripped the phone. The microphone here. So that muted the microphone. Started it. So what am I doing right now? So I am in San Francisco, and I am testing out this new live feature from YouTube. I got a couple of messages about it being like, hey, this new feature on YouTube, you can go live from your phone horizontally. And it's like, all right. So I was like, you know what? I have nothing to do right now. I'm on my lunch break from work. So I figure test it out while I'm on my lunch break, see how it works, see if it's useful or not. I am currently, as you can see, walking outside. It's a windy day in San Francisco. Sunny. It's actually really cold. Not really cold. 53 degrees, California, windy. I will peg the temperature around probably 50 right now. And so I'm out here. Let me raise the brightness of my phone so I can see the screen better. There we go. So I want to see how this feature works. So right now I obviously can see myself. It kind of looks like I'm on a video call, except I'm not seeing anyone on the other end. And if I flip the camera right now, you can see what my view is. There's a Golden Gate Bridge. It's a nice view. It's a pretty clear day too because it was raining earlier. So it was raining all morning. The rain finally stopped. Let's see, was there oh yeah, I can see. Holy shit. Holy crap. I can zoom down. There's Alcatraz there. Let me zoom out. And so here's the Golden Gate Bridge. I've never been in San Francisco. Here's look over where you can see it. Yeah, so I figure I will try to use this YouTube feature. Do this kind of quickish video to see the quality, see what you can hear, because my main thing is where I was trying to go with the windy thing before I got sidetracked is that it's really windy, and so I wonder if the microphones on my phone can counter the sound of the wind blowing, and my voice can come through clearly. We'll find out later when I look at this video. Let's see, but that's also good. It's really, really windy right now. I can hear it. I'm wearing my headphones. I don't know why, because I'm not listening to anything. But I can hear the wind just like hitting my ears really, really hard. So, yeah, how's it going? How are you? If you're watching this later, I hope your day went well. You're having a good day if you're watching this now. And I figure, while I'm walking and trying this feature out, I was gonna try to play around with the menu here. So I have a mic button here that mutes and unmutes, of course. Then we have I think it's a filter. Oh yes, I can change the filter there. So you can see, I don't know if you can see how things are changing as I'm changing filters. I think it could be bubbles. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a light. This is like weird, trippy, like you're high on mushrooms kind of filter. It's called Glamour. I don't know how glamorous this is, but whatever. This is 8mm, so this is like an 8mm film. Like it's, back in the day with one of those 8mm cameras, you will like film things. Let's see. This is a documentary look, supposedly. Here we are in San Francisco reporting live about how windy and cold it is. Does it look like a documentary? I don't know. I don't think it does, but let's that's what they call it. It's a sepia silver screen. Oh, I guess because it's black and white and it has like that olden stuff. Oh, this one's gonna be weird. Ready? This is called Hunt. So this is so dumb. Oh, sketch. Here. This is what I would look like if I guess if I was a sketch. I guess one of those that, what was that video? Music video from the 80s. Where the people are like, it's sketch. That's all the filters. Let's go back to the main one because I really don't like the filters. I'm just gonna stick with the no filter. So that was a tour of the filters. I have here something I can switch the camera. So again, I'm gonna show you Golden Gate Bridge is over there. I'm gonna zoom in again because it does allow you to zoom in, which is good because you have this, you know, your back camera and you're like, oh, I want to show you something that I'm looking at, like I am right now, and you can be like, oh, let me zoom in so you can see the Golden Gate Bridge there, kinda. And then you have Alcatraz over there. Where is it? Is it there? Am I seeing it? Yep, there it is. So that's as far as I can zoom though. So it doesn't let me use, obviously, all the power of my camera because I have the Pixel 8 Pro, which has like a very long distance lens, very long distance camera. So of course that's not letting me go all the way, but at least you can see it better than, you know, you wouldn't be able to. And then the other thing here is I have like what it looks like a clapboard, which I'm assuming is a way to clip. Yeah, so it's highlighted, it saved the highlight, what do you say, of 5 minutes. So I guess it's going to cut a clip of 5 minutes out of this thing. Then I have obviously live chat. Oh, I can see the chat. Where did we go? It says that I can see a chat, but I don't see it. Nothing comes up. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything. All right. And I have a plus sign. What's a plus sign? Oh, I can start a poll. And then settings, I can share. This is pretty minimal menu, I guess if that's what you want to call it. But it seems to work. I mean, I guess I'm assuming that you can hear what I'm saying and I'm not just talking to nothing. I'm assuming you can see what I'm saying. So if I had to give it if it's a whole new YouTube live stream feature that I just added, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And the reason why it's a 9 is because when I do the chat thing, nothing comes up. So I don't have a way to write a message either. If I want to write a message, that took me out into a different page by mistake. I don't know. I don't know. But it restarted. I don't know the viewers here, but there's no more viewers anymore. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. 3 out of 5, just because of that that I had. So I'm taking you on a walk with me again. I'm on my lunch break, so I'm taking the opportunity to try this out while I'm walking around. And I guess you have the flexibility, right, of showing things around. You have the flexibility of walking around and like showing things around you, you know. And I guess that's the fun of it. And the other thing is, the other thing is that you can actually switch the orientation of the camera. So if I wanted to, I could do it like this, but the problem is that you have to do that before you start your stream. So you have a whole menu that you that is shown to you that you have to choose what if it's age appropriate, you know, for the stream. The other thing you need to do is choose. Actually, you know, another thing about it, I'm going to lower my score, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So the things that you have to set up before you get going is the type of audience. So if you're getting an adult audience or kids audience, which that's what you got to do for every YouTube video, no matter what. So you choose that first. The other thing that you choose is like create a topic of what the stream is about, which I kind of did. And then the other thing that you do is you have to choose the orientation of your camera. So you can have it like this right now, or you can have it vertically like that. Of course, YouTube recommends to have it this way, and the reason why I'm assuming they recommend it that way is because they can probably serve it as a short or add it in the feed, in your feed on your phone better, so it comes out like a reel maybe. I'm thinking that that's the way they're going to be going with this feature, and the reason why they're doing it this way with this feature. But the thing is that you cannot change your stuff there. Leave the camera like this, the phone like this. I get a message that tells me that the orientation is locked. So for some reason I'm left here. Sorry about that. Flip my camera around for people to see. Like if I wanted to have more people to the stream and I had other people here, I will get that message, and you probably will be seeing this. Like it will look, the orientation will look weird when you're watching it. And so that I don't like. I wish that they will give you the freedom of changing the orientation at any given time on the fly, because if you're walking around, you never know what's going to happen, and that will be the most ideal thing to do. The other thing that is really weird is you can create, before you start your stream, a thumbnail, and that's the thumbnail that you saw at the beginning of the stream, or when you see the stream on the channel. But the window for that thumbnail is like this big. It's really small, and so you have three choices. You can do create a thumbnail right now, you can add your own thumbnail, or you can just leave it as is. But when you create a thumbnail, like you press the button to create your own thumbnail, and the camera takes a picture of you, and and I wasn't expecting that. So like when I first tried to do it, it gave me like a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then it took a picture, and I wasn't like right, you know, in the right frame, so I had to pull back a lot to get in the right frame and to fit on the little window that they put you on and stuff. So I think that getting rid of the little countdown and giving you the freedom of taking an image and then, you know, like resizing it in the window will be a lot better, and it will give that creator a lot more freedom. We created that thumbnail and just kind of like forcing you to do a picture right there and then in 3 seconds in the window that you are in. So yeah, so now that I'm thinking about all those things that I think could be improved, I'm gonna go to a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna keep it at a 3 out of 5 because it's a pretty good idea. I'm just wondering how they're going to serve the content when they eventually serve the content. And so that's my perspective from this being a tech channel and how I feel about this new feature. Oh, the sun's coming out more. My face is so red though. I wonder if my face is red because of the cold, or the camera is making my face look red. Because does it look red if I'm looking at the sun? Probably not. But well, I'm walking right now to an area where the ocean hits. There's these tubes that you can probably supposedly hear the ocean makes like music, supposedly. My brother, I went with my brother a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't really work as advertised because the tide was too low, so the tide wasn't hitting what it needed to hit at the time that we went. So I'm gonna see if today is any different. And since we're doing this test live stream with YouTube's new feature while I'm on my lunch break, I figure, why not try that? But there's 6 stuff that I would like to talk to you about as well. Not only just gonna walk around and babble about nothing. I want to give you an update on my on the Pixel Buds Pro, because I was gonna do a follow-up video to that review, and then I did a comparison with Amazon's semi-comparison with Amazon's earbuds, which you can find a video in the channel. That video was mostly a review about Amazon's earbuds, but I also did a comparison between both earbuds at the same time in the review, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I ever got around to doing a separate video about the Amazon earbuds and the Google Pro earbuds. So maybe I'll do that at some point. But anyway, so what I wanted to say about this, there were new features added to the Pixel earbuds Pro. One of those features was that you could have noise canceling activated, but when that earbuds will hear you speak, it will turn off the noise canceling and pumps whatever content you were listening to. Whatever sound was coming through the earbuds. And I used it for about a week or two. And then I got very annoyed with it. And the reason why I got very annoyed with it is because that earbuds will just stop any type of content that I was listening to, no matter what kind of noise I made. Like if I coughed, the content will stop. If I was walking the dog, and if I said something to the dog, like if I said stop or no, the content will stop. And it wouldn't restart immediately once you stop talking. It will take a few seconds for the sound to come back. And so I ended up turning it off because I found that more annoying than helpful, even though the idea is that it's trying to be helpful. But, if it's going to pick up any sound I make, cough, laughter, sigh, and stop my content, then not only that, but then it's going to take a while to restart, then yeah. So I turned that feature off. I never used it. The other thing that they added was the like the surround sound thing. What, I can't even remember what it's called. So I know they don't call it surround. That's a specific name which I can think of right now. But the thing with that was I didn't really get the experience I was expecting to get. Like I remember years ago listening to a YouTube video where they did that, where you could hear somebody like walking behind you and around you and on top of you and all that, and you could just use regular headphones and you got that spatial sound experience. And I thought that it was going to be the same. Oh, hey, Mario. I will answer your questions in just a minute. And I thought that it would be the same experience, but it just wasn't. So I still have it activated with the hopes that one day I'm going to get the experience that I'm expecting to get, but it just hasn't happened yet. And the other update that I have about the Pixel Earbuds Pro is that when I talk on the phone, people have a hard time hearing me. It's not as good as it was at one point. I don't know why. So yeah, so that's my update on the Pixel Earbuds Pro. But so the question to me is, would I get it again? Am I happy with the product? I am happy with the product despite everything that I just said, because it worked well. Battery lasts a long time. they can connect to more than one device, and they switch between devices seamlessly. Sometimes I'm on a, like if I have a meeting on Zoom, I can go into my meeting. If I'm listening to music or something on my phone, once the meeting starts, he switches out to the meeting, and then he switches back to my phone once the meeting is done, and I don't have to do anything. So those three things for me are worth it. When I fly, I can use the earbuds. I don't run out of battery, so they're worth it. Now let's see. What are the best products that you have reviewed? Best products that I have reviewed. So, well, it depends. So if we're talking about headphones, I gotta say the ones I have on right now that I just finished praising. Computers, it's gonna be the computer that I own right now, which is the Legion, Lenovo Legion laptop. That laptop, I knew it was good when I got it and when I did the review and everything, but it has surpassed my expectations. I still use that laptop every day. I do all of my edits on that every day. Well, not every day, but every time I do a review or a video, I do my edits on that. And the other thing is that it's really good for games. I've been playing Helldivers too. I got into it. It's a great game. And that laptop handles it flawlessly. No issues. Like all the settings on that laptop are either high or medium. Like the only thing that I have low is what the space looks like outside your ship and all that, and like, you know, like the skybox. When I put that low, because I don't really care like how often am I looking at the sky when I'm playing the game, right? So I kind of got rid of that feature because I said, okay, I don't really need that high. So I will say that. And the other thing, the third product that I really like, that I reviewed that I didn't think I was gonna like, is the Amazon Fire TV. The Amazon Fire TV blew me away. I was expecting a really crappy TV for the price, coming from Amazon and all that. But it's actually, like, the image is great, the features are great. Of course, if you don't like Amazon Fire TV, then it's not for you. But if we're just talking about picture quality and everything and price, the Amazon Omni Fire TV is the one that I like the most of that. Now, let's see. Why did you start doing YouTube? I started doing YouTube because I don't know, I guess because a need of talking to people about the things that I like mostly. Like I've always liked tech stuff, always. And I've always talked to people, like my family members come to me with like asking for recommendations of things and things like that. I'm gonna have you look at Alcatraz while I tell you this. And so, and I will talk to people about, like, you know, tech news and things that I will read and stuff like that. And people will always, you know, humor me and be like, oh, yeah, okay, got it, yeah, cool, yeah, whatever. And so, instead of continue bothering people in my life about what I like and being like, hey, look what I read about, you know, today, you know, like, I don't know, Sony's gonna come out with a new PS5 Pro or whatever it is, I decided, hey, why not, you know, just put it out there to talk to people about this stuff who might actually care about what I'm talking about, and tell them about it, you know, tell them my thoughts and you know, things like that, and kind of like share what I like with other people that actually care and are not kind of like forced to listen to me. So that's why I started doing YouTube, because of a need to, you know, kind of get that out. And also, I always like making content. I wanted to be in the film industry all of my life, and I needed like an outlet for that, you know, for that to come out. And I thought YouTube, a good thing, it will allow me to plan a video, you know, use a camera, lights, and exercise some of that creativity that, you know, you have in you sometimes. So all those things are a reason why I started doing YouTube. I thought you said you've been freezing, like, because I'm cold. It is cold, but it's not that cold. I mean freezing, that stream is freezing. Probably I'm outside, I'm using mobile connection, so you know, that's it has its drawbacks. Let's see, the most expensive thing that I have reviewed so far has to be either the OLED TV or the laptop. I think the laptop is more expensive than the OLED TV. So I'm going to say the laptop, the Legion laptop. Everything that I review, I buy myself, so I don't have tons of money. So when I buy something, it's like an investment. So that I would say is the most expensive thing that I've reviewed. But I review smaller things because, you know, if I can pay small money and create content out of the small amount of money that I'm spending, I think it's worth it. So here I am where I was telling you guys about this area in San Francisco. Again, if you're just joining, so you can come here and you see all these tubes here. So you have this tube here, tube there, and all these tubes right here. And there's more like there and down here. So what you do is you put your ear to one of these right here, and then you listen to the waves, and supposedly you can hear music. Let's see if that's true. I don't. I just hear the ocean. Let's try this one. Oh, that one has a spider web. Never mind. Let's try this one. No. Hello. 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 I can hear. It has more echo, like more amplification by me talking into it than hearing any, like the ocean or anything like that. I'm gonna say it's false advertisement, San Francisco. That's not true. That does not play music notes to the ocean. Maybe what's it called? The time has to be higher. I don't know how that works. So look at this shipping container right here. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And then here we have the Golden Gate Bridge again. I really like the Golden Gate Bridge. I've always seen it in pictures and like TV shows and movies. It always looks so cool to me. I think the same. Boats, houses. You can see there what the San Francisco skyline looks like. Oh, that place is pretty cool. I don't know if I can catch it here on the camera. There we go. Right there. Right there, where my finger is kind of like touching. I can't remember what it's called. I always forget what the name is, but it's like Palace of something or another. They have a lot of statues there. So it's a lot of people that are taking pictures and stuff. There's a lot of naked statues there too, which is interesting. Alright, Mario, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate the questions, making this more dynamic. So yeah, of course this video is going to be, well, this stream is going to be in the channel as a separate video later to kind of go in front of my April Fool's video. Hopefully some of you enjoyed it. I'm going to say probably not because I have the video, so it doesn't seem to be most people's cup of tea. Which I think is funny because I made those I've made those April Fool's videos for like 3 years in a row now, and it never gave any views. Like they're probably the least viewed videos on the channel. But I personally still don't care because, as I was saying earlier, part of me doing YouTube is exercising my creativity, right? And thinking about like, oh, what can I do this year about, you know, with these April Fool's videos that, yeah, no one's gonna watch, but I don't care because I am enjoying doing it. So that's what I think about sometimes. I'm like, yeah, well, still I guess I'm doing it more for me than for everybody else. And so that's the story behind those April Fool videos that very few people look at. But I still enjoy. I think they're funny in a way. So this will go in front of that video, and hopefully this will get more views than that. You never know. I've been thinking also about doing more streaming. You know, I don't know. If you looked at the channel, there were a few live streams of Helldivers 2, because that's a game I'm really into right now. And I was like, hey, you know, if I'm playing this game for 4 hours, why not stream it for people that maybe haven't played the game and have heard about the game, and you know, want to know what the game is about and all that, can get an idea and maybe see if it's something that they like or not. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing more streams on the channel to probably play more games, probably just do like conversations, kind of like this one. I don't know. I've been thinking about that, so I might start doing that more often. Maybe I'll start with like once a week kind of situation, to see how that works, how much interest that gets when I'm doing that. I know when you're streaming, you gotta do it like a lot to get an audience, but sometimes life gets in the way and I don't have the time to do as much streaming as I would like to do, which is kind of what happens with some videos that I wanted to put out and I haven't been able to put out. So the other thing I want to talk about is Fisker. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fisker. Fisker is this electric car startup again, because Fisker existed before, went out of business and they came back. And so Fisker now is in a very peculiar situation. Well, not peculiar, I guess it happens a lot with startups, right? Where you get a product, you put it out, and you're like, people are probably going to like this, people are probably going to want this, and don't. So the thing with Fisker was they revealed these electric cars that look pretty cool to me. Like, I remember seeing their event, their unveiling event for the Fisker Ocean, and the concept was cool. I like the car and all this stuff. But then they did a bunch of stupid things that made it that the company is where it is now, which is almost done. And so I was reading these reports that, for example, Fisker didn't have enough accountants to keep track of the money in the company, which just blows my mind of how you can make a business and not keep track of the money that you're receiving and putting out. And so what happened with that is that Fisker, in the new report, was that they either received payments from customers that they utterly and totally lost, like they didn't know where the payments were, or if they received like checks and stuff like that from customers, that they let the payment expire, because if you're aware of a check usually has a specific amount of time that you can cash it. And so Fisker went ahead and lost some of those checks, and when they found them again, they were expired and they had to ask the customers to pay again. The report also says that they delivered some cars without getting payment from a customer, so technically they gave a car for free to people. And so that to me is just ridiculous. So that's like the behind the scenes management of the company, right? What kind of phone I have? I have a Pixel 8 Pro is what I use, which I also reviewed, just the reviews in the channel. That's what I'm using right now. I'm a Pixel phone person. I've had Pixels since the Pixel 6 came out. So I have the Pixel 6 Pro, Pixel 7 Pro, Pixel 8 Pro, and then when the Pixel 9 Pro comes out, I will buy that one and I will do a review on that too, because I'm curious to see what changes they're going to make between the Pixel 8 Pro and the Pixel 9 Pro, especially on all those AI features that were introduced on the Pixel 8 Pro that I'm assuming are going to be way developed on the Pixel 9 Pro. Some of those features are actually pretty useful. They're kind of weird and freaky. Like they have a feature where you can replace people's faces to change their facial expression on pictures. And I think that is really creepy and weird. And I did all that in the review. If you want to take a look at it, you'll see what the future is going to be on phones, because that's literally the way we're going, you know? So yeah, continuing with the Fisker stuff. So then Fisker delivered the cars, and if you see reviews online and stuff like that, like MKBHD did a couple of reviews on it, other car channels, other car YouTube channels did reviews on it. And the biggest consensus is that the product obviously felt unfinished. The software wasn't very good. There were issues with like opening the car with the key fob. The car comes with a feature called California mode, which is if you hold a button on the key fob, all the windows in the car come down, and the sunroof opens up, and then you can you get like this, like if you're driving down, I guess, a California highway, you get all that ocean breeze, which I guess what it's called, the ocean. But like that feature didn't work on some cars. So a lot of weird software stuff that were not done with the car that essentially is controlled by software. That essentially is a computer on wheels, where you need the software to work well for the car to work well. This car, the Ocean has a sunroof that is all made out of solar panels, and the problem when the car first came out was that you couldn't really get information on how much charge you were getting from those solar panels. And so you didn't really know. But now that you're able to get information about the solar panels, is that the charge that you're getting from those solar panels isn't as big as you would expect it. Like it comes out to like a mile maybe, or a couple of miles. And supposedly they had issues where the car didn't stop when it had to stop. The car will move, like roll, like, will roll down by itself and things like that. So I feel that Fisker released the car too early. They should have taken probably a few more months to a year to tighten all those things, before they put the car out. And so now Fisker, about a month ago now, I guess, they stopped production on their plant for the cars. They said we're going to do a 6-week production stoppage. So if that's going to resume, I don't know. They had a deal, or they were working on a deal with Nissan to get some cash infusion to restart production, to help the business. That also fell by the wayside. So it looks like Fisker right now is in a position where they're just gonna close. Oh, and the other kicker is that they put their cars out for sale, like really cheap. Like you get a Fisker for like $25,000, which made it like the cheapest electric car that you could get. And it's attractive. Like if I had the money, I would buy one. Just because I can make content out of it. I will buy the car so I can make content out of it. I will buy the car because I think it will be something that people will be interested in seeing how it evolves, how it changes as time goes on, especially if Fisker goes out of business, if you get any more software updates on the car, and how the car performs as well, software updates and all those things. I think it will be, for me, it will be a great content making tool more than a more than a actual car that will be reliable. But that will mean that I will have the income to just, throw away on a car for content, which I don't have. But I think to me that will be worth it to me. But we'll see what happens with Fisker. But I think Fisker is done. They just haven't announced it yet. What products do I recommend, says Mario? Well, I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for. Yeah. It's kind of a broad question. I personally, if we're talking about phones, I'm going to recommend a Pixel phone because that's what I use. I'm not a fan of iPhones. I'm not a fan of Apple in general. If you see my channel, you know that. So I'm never going to buy an iPhone or an Apple product, not even for review, because the moment you tell me to use it, I'm not going to like it. My family members, a lot of them have Apple products, and I try to use them, and I'm always like, why do you like this? It's so difficult to use. It's not intuitive. Just don't get me started. So, no Apple products. I will say Pixel. I'm not a fan of Samsung either, because the Galaxy phones, which a lot of people have, my dad has a Galaxy, my brother has a Galaxy, my brother-in-law has a Galaxy. Same thing, I don't like the skin that Samsung puts on their devices. I think it has a lot of bloat. I think they make it difficult to navigate the menus and stuff like that, which should be a lot easier, which is why I do Pixel. I prefer vanilla Android without any... Oh, look, there's a self-driving car right there. Did I catch it? It's right there. No, I didn't catch it. Shoot. I was hoping to see one, and I did see one, and I missed it. TVs, I am partial to all the TVs. I know they're expensive, but the image that they provide you, in my opinion, are far superior than other TVs. And yes, I know that all the TVs are usually on the darker side compared to like, what is it called, LED TVs or QLED TVs. But I think, to me, still the image is much better than a QLED TV. No, the QLED TVs are bad, but just I prefer an OLED. And then when it comes to, if we're talking about like PCs and stuff, I prefer a laptop over a desktop. And the reason why I prefer a laptop over a desktop is the mobility. I can go anywhere I want with my laptop, and I'm able to do what I want to do. If I need to edit, I can edit. If I want to play a game, I can play a game, and I'm not tethered to my house or my desk, right? It allows me to go anywhere I want and do what I need to do. Like now, I'm in San Francisco. I've been in San Francisco for almost a week now, and the videos I just put out, I edit on my laptop. As I said, I've been playing Helldivers on my laptop. So yeah, to me, laptops are always better than desktops. Even though, of course, desktops usually are more powerful, and I think that, of course, they have their place. But I'm personally partial to a laptop. So that is my product recommendations. All right, so we have come to the end of the stream. I have to get back to work. My lunch break is almost done. And if you participated in this live stream, like Mario, thank you very much. If you came in and checked it out, thank you very much. If you're watching this later on VOD, thank you very much. And I will see you on the next one. I'll make sure you do all those things, thumbs, subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.